Hi, jewells68 here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, September 13th. My battery is low, so I'm going to try to make this really fast. I did finish those two quilts that I had basted last week. They both got quilted, bound, buried the threads, washed, labeled, and turned in last Saturday. So I don't have them physically to show you this week, but I will insert a picture of the first one, which was about 40 by 40, here. As you can see, that first one was from that same batch of, it was a big quilt that got turned in but had like nursery rhyme stuff on it. I mean like a huge quilt that I took apart. I've already finished one quilt from the part of that quilt. The main part of that quilt that I just showed you was actually the center part of the original quilt, so I only had to add the borders and then of course quilt it, back it, all that stuff. The second one, somebody donated these batik hand applique blocks. They also donated the coordinating fabric that they were apparently planning to make more appliques from, but then never did. So I basically just cut those into the same size squares, the coordinating fabric, made it into, I already had this top done, but I did this last year, made it into a top, used remaining leftover fabric that was donated with it for sashing and border, and then I used the final border was fabric that I have on hand. Yeah, so I basically just free motion quilted. I quilted the actual applique just inside the edge of the applique, machine stitched that all down to make it in coordinating thread, to make it secure. So because I did notice that a lot of the hand stitching was coming out, so I just machine sewed all of that down as the quilting basically. The plain blocks that were in between of the print fabric, I wanted to do the same thing. So what I did was I took a photo of each of the applique blocks because they were slightly different. Put it in Photoshop, made it black and white, increased the contrast, did all that. So I basically just ended up with an outline. I printed 2 copies of each block onto regular paper, and then I just pinned that to the fabric and stitched right over the line, right through the paper. Here's a picture of that process and of the finished quilt here. So I have one quilt top for Project Linus that's already pieced and ready to go. I had 3 of them before I started this process, so I have one left. I need to get that one done, but I am caught up with where I should be for the year. This was blanket 8 and 9, and it is September, so I have 3 more months to get at least 3 blankets turned in, and I don't think that's going to be a problem, which is very exciting. I am caught up watching all your videos. I look forward to watching your new videos this week, and I will see you next week. Bye!